Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to our live challenge announcement and quiz for this week. It's not telling me how many people there are, so I don't know. Maybe there's nobody there yet. But then again, some of you might be watching the replay, so
yeah,
I'll just carry on. So yeah, where are we? So this week we've got our usual virtual meeting on Thursday, 7 o'clock on Zoom. As usual, bring your Explorer-led games. We had quite a good one last week, I think, from, was it Charles? I can't remember. Last week was a long time ago.
Oh yeah, it was the cutlery game.
Oh, that was the one. Knife, fork, spoon.
Yeah.
So any more ideas you've got like that would be awesome.
Yeah, Charles has come up with a couple, so yeah, let's see what others can come up with as well.
Yeah. So apparently it's claiming nobody's watching. Never mind.
It was good. It was a good meeting last week, and the Monopoly that they put together for the Worcester that looks good.
Yes, I just have to get it typed up, and then I'll send it out so you can, if any of you young leaders, you can run it with your units, your sections, and that kind of stuff. Maybe we could like flog it to network and get them to do it or something. Yeah, cool. So that's Thursday. A few other things we've got coming up. So on the 24th to the 26th of July, there's an Explorer and Network event being run by Hereford and Worcester County Scouts. That's called The Quest. I'm sure you've probably seen it on social media if you've been looking at social media. Charles says we're not alone. Thanks, Charles. And hi, Rob. So yeah, that looks quite awesome. So the idea is you sign up as a person, you log in, you get lots of challenges to do on the weekend. You do the challenge, you send it in, you get it signed off. You do more challenges, and there's like bronze, silver, gold. You can do as much as you feel like, and then I was going to say, if you want to, while you're doing that, log into our Discord. That would be a good place to share what you're doing with the other people from Worcester who are doing that. So yeah, I'll just post the link in the chat there, and in case you can't see the chat on the replay, I'll make sure that it makes it into the video description sometime afterwards as well. So yeah, head to that link, sign up. 24th, 26th of July. Sounds awesome. Cool. A little bit closer to home, we have our own camp this weekend. So it's still not too late to sign up. You can do that until the end of tonight. So I'm not sure exactly when OSM puts the cutoff, but it's probably like midnight or something.
Sure is.
Yeah, so I don't know if you want to talk about that anymore, Stuart, or should we?
And if you're watching this tomorrow and suddenly think I haven't done it, just ping us an email. I'm sure we can get you in, but tomorrow would be probably the last chance you have. Yep, so it'll be running on Saturday and Sunday. So putting the program together and got some ideas. If again, you can put in any ideas you've got over the next sort of 24 hours, and we'll see what we can do to get them into the program.
Cool. So yeah, that's what we've got coming up. In the meantime, we've got some a live challenge and a quizzy thing tonight as well. Sorry, a weekly challenge and a quizzy thing. So this week we're doing bad film plot explanations. I don't know if you've come across those before, but as an example, It is like a sentence. It's something like Grip spends 9 hours returning jewelry, which is it describes the plot of a film. There's maybe some sort of meta information, like out of universe stuff for the film in there as well. So for this one, post in the chat what you think it is. Hopefully it's reasonably obvious.
Sure they've got that
But
one.
this is one of my favorites. I should probably clarify I stole most of these. I may have made up a few of them myself, but most of them are stolen.
Oh, the chat's being quiet. Well, that's a good one. Wow. We need some few more brains in there. I'm sure Rob and Charles can clock that one. Yeah.
There you go, Callum.
Callum,
It is in fact Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the general idea is to describe the film like something that's obvious when you know it, but if you don't know it, it's really obscure and you can't work out what the film is. So what we're doing with these then is right now we're going to have a quiz with some bad film plot explanations, and you guys have got to work out what they are, and so we don't end up seeing each other's answers, I'm going to try a different system for sending your answers in. I don't know how well that's going to work because I haven't used it before, but we'll try it. And then the challenge for this week is to come up with your own bad film plot explanations and send them in. And then we'll try some of them out on Thursday.
Like it.
And see how many of the other explorers can get them. So you need to go to that web address. Now I'll post that in the chat. And once you've got to it, if you want to just send a test through so I can see that people have actually managed to use it, that might be helpful. Just while we're waiting, if you've got any questions about anything that's going on, like the weekly challenge or any of the camps or anything, feel free to drop them in the chat or Discord. And there's something else I was going to say. Oh yeah, just to note that because I've stolen some of these, if you've seen like bad film plot explanations before, you might have come across some of them. If you have, please be a good sport and don't spoil it for everybody else. Thank you.
I think I'm here.
Okay, well, I haven't seen anything. Oh yeah, I can see Stuart's here. So where's everybody else?
Cracky, if I manage to get there, they certainly can.
So the link should be in the chat as well as on screen in two different places. If you didn't catch it before, please, when you get there, send like a test answer in.
Perhaps they're in and they haven't done that.
Otherwise, maybe I'll just keep going in a minute. But
yeah, makes good viewing.
Oh, yep. There's Edie has successfully tested it. So is Rob.
Hi, Edie.
Awesome, thank you. And Charles. What was Charles doing the sound guy thing for? He's gone check 1 2 1 2. Okay, well, I think that's enough people to. If anybody's struggling, you can post it in the YouTube chat. It's just other people will see it. So moving on to the first one. And I appreciate there's going to be a bit of a delay before you guys see that. I think YouTube is about 10 seconds behind. But yeah, so the first film plot explanation is an intervention to keep a single dad from snapping after his daughter dies. There we go. Callum's got it. But we'll see how I'll give it another few seconds just in case anybody else.
Is it a series of films? Has it had
It is one specific film. You could make an argument that another one. Yeah, I don't know. It is one specific film. Charles, that's not correct, unfortunately.
Callum's got the beating on me there.
Sorry, I should have said Zenith. Yes, that's also correct. So Callum was first. I'm just making up a scoring system off the top of my head. Okay. So a slight clue then. It's within the past couple of years. The single dad is the villain of the movie, and specifically the daughter's death is like him killing her. I don't know if that helps at all, but I'll move on. And if I see any answers for this one pop up, I'll still add the points in.
You can do the answers in.
Yeah, I can do. Rob, no idea is not the correct one. That was one of the rebuses from like a.
I'm with you though, Rob.
So this one, a slightly older one this time. Stylish black guy shows nerd how to spend less time online. So it's a post-apocalyptic one. You've probably heard of it. Trying to think. Charles, that's not correct. There are robots involved. Yeah, that is in fact correct, Zenith. Yeah, and Rob, you've got that as well. It's still not a Star Wars, Charles. Callum, that's not correct. I'm trying to think how I can. Like there are pills of several different colours. I'll just leave it there. In the meantime,
Number
3 is a series of intense naps. Callum, yes, that was the correct answer for question 2. I should, yeah. Yep, Zenith, that is in fact the correct answer for question 3. And Callum, yep, that is also correct. So there's a film that's famous for sleeping happening and multiple layers of sleeping, if that makes any sense. There was a meme about it. Yeah, that is correct, Rob.
Oh, well and truly last.
Oh, well, the answers will be coming later on. Yeah, that's correct, Edie. So question 4 then. Driver wrecks Ford. Now, it's not necessarily what you might think. So this one's got some out of universe context to it. There is a specific. Yeah, there you go. Zenith is on form tonight. There's a specific event that happens in this film where driver wrecks Ford, but that's not Ford as in a car. It's not necessarily driver as in somebody driving a car. I'm getting the feeling some of these are a bit cryptic. So if you start thinking about actors.
I was going to say, there's an actress who's got a Mini Driver.
So that it was a fairly famous film that came out about, I don't know, 5 years ago, give or take. There's definitely somebody Ford in it and somebody driver. Charles says that the poll thing is broken. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's got like a. Oh, it says it's full. So if I press that button, is that now working now?
Yeah.
There we go. Callum's got it. Stuart says test. No, Charles, that isn't the answer. Okay. So I'll just have to remember to keep clearing the responses regularly. So moving on. This one's a bit of an older film. Some of the younger people in the audience might not have seen it, I suppose, but it's moderately well known. Rob, I presume that was for the last one, in which case it's correct. Zenith, yes, that's correct for this one. Yes, Rob, that's also correct. So there's a guy whose life turns out to be basically a reality TV show.
Yeah. I know the one you mean.
Yeah. Okay. Callum's also got it. Cool. I'm going to. Yeah. Stuart's got it. Stuart's got some points. Right. So moving on. A freed slave gets indoctrinated into a cult. Just waiting the 10 seconds for YouTube to tell other people what the question was. It's not the Jungle Book, Charles. Callum, yes, that's correct. So the slave is a young 9-year-old boy. The cult is a bit of a loose meaning of the term. It's like they're supposedly the good guys in the universe, though the slave eventually, a few films later, disagrees with that and kills a lot of them. But yeah, there you go, Zenith. That is correct. I'm going to move on, and then again, you can keep putting your answers in for that one. Rob, that's not correct. Nor is that Charles. So yeah, I did quite like this one. A kid goes on a trip to return a stolen jewel, but first has to find the rock. So again, we've got some references to actors in this one.
Yeah.
Or one specific actor.
Yeah.
Charles has managed to find the correct actor, so well done, Charles, there. Yeah, Callum, you've got the film. For anybody who hasn't quite, there you go. You've also got the film, Rob. For anybody who hasn't got it yet, Zenith. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say you put the phrase from the film, but you didn't actually put what the film was. But then you did. Stuart, that's not correct. So it's a Disney film, if that helps. Fair enough. Zenith is blaming autocorrect. There you go. That is, in fact, correct, Stuart. Charles, you can't spell, but you got the right answer, so I'll give you the point. In the meantime, the next question. So we've got 3 left, I think. We have hero saves before the final boss. This was quite a difficult one last time I tried it. That one is not correct, Charles. So what are we thinking? It has... There we go. Callum has got it. Callum's on a bit of a roll today. So is Zenith. I think Callum's just overtaken Zenith, unless Zenith also finds the answer to this one. Yeah, so it's a film involving time travel. You may have encountered the hero in different films in the same universe. With a certain green stone. Yeah. Zenith is now back in the lead. Yeah, so the saving is in fact using time travel to like travel back to before he died and then kind of keep doing that. Only by like 3 points out of 70 odd, Callum. You're not too far behind. It's not Harry Potter, I'm afraid, Charles. So moving on to the next question. A woman attempts to evict a boy so she can steal his baseball and glove. Another slightly older one. But I don't know. It was on TV not too long ago because I remember seeing it. So it's not like 1920s or anything like that.
It's got the old brain matter working.
Yes, Charles, you're correct that she's not a very nice person. I think I'm trying to remember. I can't remember what happens. Yes, Zenith, that is in fact correct. Sorry, Callum, you're falling behind a little bit now. So what if I said this this boy is not alive? Come on, Callum, you can get it. Unfortunately, Charles, it's also not Harry Potter. And even if it was, which Harry Potter? Right, I'm going to leave that one there for the time being. It's also not the Hunger Games or Grown Ups. So next one and last question is: young woman ruins sister's chances of appearing on television. Charles, think about the answer you posted just before I swapped to that, and then maybe you'll get one. Come on, Charles, you posted the right answer to the wrong question. Now post the same answer again to the correct question. Zenith, that is correct. Bearing in mind this is a bad film plot explanation, maybe appearing on television is not what the younger sister wanted to be doing. Yeah, keep going, Charles.
I'll take it it's not this.
It's not that, I'm afraid, Stuart. I can't remember the hand signal. Sorry, Zenith. I should do, but incidentally, there's a new book out, which is interesting. Right. Okay. So bear with me a second. I'm going to. Yes, there you go, Callum. Okay. So I'm going to close the entries about there, which I think is that button. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to find some DVDs.
Intriguing. Intriguing. Let's do that thing. Well, so no one need worry about who came last on that one. It was certainly me. It looks like Steve's all these 10 questions you've got the DVD for. Does this make good television?
Okay, so I don't have all of them, but let's flick back and go through the answers quickly. So the intervention to keep a single dad from snapping is, in fact, Infinity War. The whole snap thing. So Thanos is the single dad, and he kills what's the name, Gamora. Question 2 is the Matrix.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, that's a good one, that.
Yeah. Question 3. It's another one I've got here. Is Inception. Question 4 is Star Wars Episode 7, because you've got Adam Driver playing what's his name, Kylo Ren, and then you've got Harrison Ford playing Han Solo, and like that's a bit of a spoiler, isn't it? But to be fair, if you haven't seen it by now, talk about it.
It's been out a while.
Question 5. Reality TV personality quits is in fact The Truman Show. Question 6. A freed slave gets indoctrinated into a cult, going back to Star Wars. This is episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Anakin Skywalker gets turned into a Jedi. Question 7. The kid goes on a trip to return a stolen jewel, but first has to find the rock. That is Moana, because the Maui guy from the demigod person is in fact Dwayne Johnson. Question 8. Hero saves before the final boss is Doctor Strange. A woman attempts to evict a boy so she can steal his baseball and glove is Casper, the friendly ghost. Because the evil woman was like trying to steal the treasure in the house, and it turned out just to be like a box of, I think, Casper's keepsakes or something. And then question 10. Young woman ruins sister's chances of appearing on television. I thought more of you would have got it, but it is The Hunger Games. So, your scores. So, special mention to Zenith for getting all of them correct. That is quite impressive. But yeah, so I can't count. In 4th place, joint 4th place is Edie and Charles.
Well done.
Hang on, sorry. I can't count, can I? That's 5th place, joint 5th place. In 4th place is Stuart.
You're joking me. I thought you just ignored me completely.
In 3rd place is Rob. In 2nd place is Callum with 74 points. And in 1st place is Zenith with 89 points. So well done. You're back on form this week, Zenith. After the previous one where you were you struggled a little bit. But yeah, awesome. Well done on the quiz, guys. Oh, I think we have another person.
Steve, you want us to come up with Arrow?
Sorry. Yes, I was just getting to that bit. So yeah, send us your own. I'll post a link in the chat now. So come up with something like that. Cryptic ones if you can, but try and make them gettable. And if you can, try and make them so once you know what they are, it becomes obvious, if that makes sense. So it's hard to get it, but once you've got it, it's obvious. Those are really cool. Yeah, and then we'll try and get the other explorers to guess what they are on Thursday. There's your link. If anybody has any more questions, yes, good question, Callum. Let's click the thing. Yes, you can indeed send multiple. You can send, if you've got like 10 of them, that would be awesome. If you haven't got 10, then 1 is also awesome. But yeah. Yeah, so we've got that one. I'm just going to give it a few more seconds so YouTube can show you guys this bit of video, so just in case anybody's got any further questions. But yeah, just to recap, got Thursday, same time as usual, and we'll send out more details. We've got camp this weekend. It's not too late to sign up, but make sure you do sign up so you get the joining details. We've got the quest happening in a few weeks. Check out the link, which will also is somewhere in the chat, and I'll post it on the video description as well. And I think by now we don't have any questions.
So I'll see you
on
Thursday.
We'll see you guys, on Thursday.
Take care. Have a good week.